in a layman's language, what is the speciality of this Manipur Startup Venture Fund? In one way, it is different from any other funding things provided by any of the financial institutions or commercial banks.
So
Because
commercial bank,
when you just funded the mode of funding in terms of debt or equity participation or both, or that means in one way,
equity, it's again, I feel there has to be a separate kind of discussion.
Okay.
So
Because we just would like to know in a layman's language,
layman's
इसमें क्या अच्छा रहेगा? What could be the additional benefit? If you go to the startup venture fund, then these are the benefits we are supposed to get it. So that's why I just would like to know, because we are going to give this awareness or some sort of a, this one, counseling to many of the young startups.
Sir, benefit part is different. I'm just trying to insulate the word benefit.
Benefit or
a support,
or the
support
or the opportunities.
Opportunities. So what I'm just simply going to say, nowhere, probably in the country, of an AIF category registered fund can go down up to 10 lakhs of investment into a startup. So that is there. Even if some small business coming, which we feel that is viable, nowhere. Because of the regulatory complications, no one wants to give you 10 lakhs of equity capital. I'm not telling loan. Loan might be your 1 lakh to 50,000 every day. But in terms of equity, where I was sitting there to do that due diligence, that provision is here, up to 3 years. Which is, we definitely, I feel we have designed that to fit to the requirement of the ecosystem. Because if tomorrow someone is coming that I need 10 lakhs, having
Even for
all
the
the
smaller
business,
they can just
having
come for the
qualified,
participation.
having qualification with all these
What is
criteria.
what is the criteria for the spin-off? If you want to just exit it, then do you have any special terms and conditions for
So
that?
our thing is that whenever you are looking into the uncertainty, we call it long-term horizon.
Okay.
But ideally, when you are registering a fund, you have to register that we are registering that fund as a trust. And as per the SEBI compliance regulation, we need 12 years, we have to close the fund. So if my investment horizon is for 4 or 5 years, because I have to close my investment, it cannot be indefinite. I have started investing 1 rupee to maybe the 35 or 30 crore, then I have to declare a date that this is my last date of investment. Then if I'm closing that in 5 years, then I have another 5 years to get an exit from the contract. Right? So
But earlier, this one, when the Manipur, this one startup policy introduced, they were just giving 30% subsidy, and then this one, remaining 65% is the term loan, and 5% is the contributors margin.
So, again, that's why I was just coming with that valid questions. What is the difference between an entrepreneurship and a startup? It's very difficult to define in a generic way a startup. Even if someone is doing a normal business, then from certain lenses, if you look, they are startup. I am starting it for the first time. And when you have to address the ecosystem, many a times you have to take some broader approach rather than concentrating, because we thought that in the ecosystem, ideal thing is that when I'm just telling about the incubators, even to Rajiv, so there might be 100 people coming, boys are coming, all may not be converted into an innovative business model, right? There will be 2 different distinct subsets tomorrow, or maybe 3. One is purely debt model, because he is ended up going to have certain, he needs some machine, but then also he can come to get his support. I need to have a business model. So then this component is otherwise going to avail that 30%, because if they are capex heavy or what is capital intensive business or having a more of a kind of a traditional business model, they might be getting into that pie, right? That part of the pie. Then some of them might be not very sure. They might be either needing both the things, maybe loan or maybe the equity, because if you are giving entirely on debt, he may not be having that much of revenue which can spin back or paying back the money to the bank. So in that case, definitely that might be a fit case of both bank as well as venture capitalists. Even in our case, we have recently one of our startup got 30 share of investment, 30 crores of investment in the last round. So where 15% or 50% is given by a bank and 50% given by the venture capitalist. So nature of business model is again you have to look at, right? Then the third one maybe purely venture capital. Someone is really looking at some technology. So that's why I think everything, whatever is there, it is going to come together and help the ecosystem. That's our understanding.
I'd like to add something.
Yeah.
So, sir, the existing 30% grant, how working 30% grant and remaining, remaining loan,
65 loan.
65 loan.
Oh.
That scheme is already there. So,
But still existing.
it's still existing, and we are not managing that.
Okay.
So that is Department of Planning.
Planning is
the Minister overlaying.
But do you agree that policy is still existing, that it can be considered as one of the attractive things for the startup
Yes,
venture fund?
yes. But the thing with the model or scheme is, there is more for the, as I said, for the debt model. I believe equity debt is not eligible for equity investment scalable. It's not eligible for everyone. As I, Commissioner said, 14 applied, only 2 of them eligible. And startup is scalable. But we want to cater to all the startups, different kinds of startups, and apply to okay, we are not eligible, we are not scalable. What are the other choices? Those are other choices. Those are the, and the assumption there is investment ready waiting like that. There is NRLD ideation states more than 15 lakh, 25 lakh of the grant giver and scheme rate. And mine scheme makan haita. I don't know if Hamagi can talk about the Iran is one more Hamalo NP, the labor states we have to labor. I would be NP like it's how as a wife NP like well, okay. 6 to 12 months from the NP and the salary of the and at the same time, I'm assuming Colombian the grant of Poga down on the books and that's very risky for investors like us, or for banks as well. So, Sanjay and Biki commercial, how are we different from commercial and we are not commercial? Commercial bank the equity investment of the wire. Equity investment like that, so at the same time, what the term of the banky, detail it's an exchange of your securities, mortgage, investment, the pre-hand. Like adu pidragasu lamna pidragasu akogi business model to the team to the revenue model to the yenga adu fit into that scalable or that to the investor wise
That's okay. But last one of them to run the how can you run